alligator has actually killed the person, and they say most of them attacks happen on young men about my age, and they say they want to break. You found that one funny, all right. I guess that's what
There's
we're
a lot
doing.
of them.
That explains a lot of what we're doing here today. Anyways, this alligator was found in the Panhandle of Florida, Lake California. Like I said, he was swimming around boat ramps and boat docks. I do have a quick question for you guys. What do you think is the most dangerous part of the alligator, the tail or the head?
Tail.
The tail? I just grabbed him by the tail. He didn't do it.
No, he can get you though.
I didn't grab him by the head, did I? That's the working end of an alligator. I've never been chased backwards either. They always chase me. They run forward with the mouth open. This is the working end of an alligator. It's their head. That's where all their teeth are, and they can do a lot of damage with that. He's not happy. They can also do damage with their tail. It's not the most dangerous part of the alligator. This guy's actually probably hit me about 10, 15 times with his tail. And it hurts every single time, but I still have all my legs. He's never bit me. If he were to bite me, I'd probably not have my hands or feet. But he can do a tail slap. I don't think he's going to do a tail slap just because it's so cool outside. But they can do a tail slap. What they do is they take your tail, not happy at all. They take their tail, they swing from side to side. They can actually knock a tree down with their tail, believe it or not, but that's not the most dangerous part of their body. It is their head that's the most dangerous part of their body. There's a little bit of a tail spot. It's not much of one, but they can use their tail as a weapon. But moving on up their body, you see all these bumps and ridges on his back. Those are called osteoderms or scoots. I call them scoots. It's easier to say. It means the same thing. But they're each individual bones. You kind of see them moving around there. And they fit together like a jigsaw puzzle, and actually works as a solar panel. The sun beats on the alligator's back. It warms them up, and that's what gives them all their energy to jump out of the water. These guys can jump out of the water, believe it or not. And also do drop hops. The big alligator just can bite down for a tremendous amount of power. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But this alligator here is 13 feet and 9 inches long. Probably the biggest alligator you're going to see in your life. The state record for an alligator is 14 feet, 2 6 of an inch. So you don't get 19, 30, 40, 50 feet like you said. Other people say they do. But this alligator is 13 feet and 9 inches long. If he had all of his tail, he's actually missing 3 inches of his tail. So if he had all of his tail, come to a sharp point, he would be about 14 feet long. So it's pretty much probably going to be the largest alligator you're going to see in your life. I know it's the biggest alligator I've seen in my life, and I've grown up here since I was about 4 years old. And then moving on up their body, this is their head. This is the working end of an alligator. That's the most dangerous part. But they do have ears. Their ears are located right here at the end of the stick. It's right there. And they have a flap where they can close their ears off to where if they go underwater, they don't fill up their body with water. But they can hear what we're saying, so don't say anything mean to me or the alligator. We don't want to make them mad, okay? And then they have their eyes. He actually has his eyes shut right now. They're located right there. And they have 3 sets of eyelids, the top and the bottom one like we do, and a clear eyelid. It's called a nictitating membrane. It goes over his eyes, and they can actually see better underwater than they can above water. As long as the water is clear, obviously if the water is real dark or murky, they're not going to be able to see that well. But as long as the water is clear, they can see just fine. And then a lot of people want to know, well, how big is the alligator without physically measuring the alligator? We have an easy way to do that without actually having to jump on the alligator and hold him down. You just measure from the tip of the snout to the eyes, roughly in inches, how many inches long that is. It's about how many feet the alligator is going to be. So if this is 13 to 14 inches, he's going to be about 13 to 14 feet. But the working of the alligator is the head. That's the most dangerous part. And this guy can actually bite down with upwards of about 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. And the neat thing whenever they bite down like that is they're actually knock their teeth out. And take a look at his teeth right there. Their teeth are actually shaped like ice cream cones. They're hollow on the inside. And there's actually another tooth inside of that tooth. So if they bite down on a really big bone or something like that and knock the tooth out, there's going to be another tooth there to take its place. And they'll go through 50 to 60 sets of teeth throughout their lifetime. That comes out to about 3 to 4, maybe even 5,000 teeth throughout their lifetime, depending on how long the alligator lives. In captivity, alligators can live to be about 80, 90 years old. In the wild, it's about 50 to 60 years old. And with that being said, he's being pretty good. I'm going to stick my hand in his mouth. Might as well. It's a beautiful day. So if you guys have cameras, I recommend getting them out because it's going to make for a pretty cool picture, guys. Why don't you come over here? You need to head over this way, though, buddy. Come over here. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Turn around. I know it's cold. Come on, turn around for us. There you go. Okay, that's good. Alright. Open up, Mike. Open up. This is the hardest part of the show. Alright, guys, if you have your camera, I'd recommend getting it out. Open up. Open up. Don't bite down on the wall, that's all I'm asking. Over this way. Alright, you guys ready?
You have to do it again.
No. Not yet. You guys get the picture? No. Oh, you missed it?
Yeah, it's about as good as it's gonna get.
You guys ready to get the picture? I'll do it again. I'll do it on the count of 3 this time, alright? So on the count of 3, I'll take my hand back in his mouth, push the button down on the right.
It's too close to the wall.
You guys ready? There you go. Alright, you guys ready? 1, 2, 2.5, 3. Oh! Alright, guys, give Mike a big round of applause for not taking my hand off. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to get on. Does anybody have any questions? No questions?
I don't know.
Where's that up now?
That popping is the setting of their jaw.
That's just them biting down. It's what we call a jaw pop.
Yeah.
And it's just them biting down. Basically, just the echo noise of them, the jaw popping in the face.
Okay.
When you farm them, how old are they when you usually?
We harvest about a 2 to 3, maybe 4-year-old alligator. They're about 5 to 6 feet long. And that's just the most tender size. If you were to harvest an alligator, this size is going to be real tough and chewy and just not really any good. You ever want to hold an alligator? Yeah, come on. If you guys want to hold an alligator, we'll grab an alligator from up front. We'll get the Thompson from up. We'll grab an alligator. Tape his mouth shut. You guys can hold him and take pictures.
How big do they get? That big as they get?
Yeah, it's about as big as they get. The state record for an alligator is 14 feet, 2/6 of an inch. This guy here is 13 feet, 9 inches long. He's missing about 3 inches of his